What is up, guys? Tsunami01 here with another FIFA 16 video. This one's going to be answering that all-important question: is chemistry really that important in FIFA 16? This is key for the FUT Draft. If chemistry is not important, then you can just pick the best players and not worry at all about chemistry links. So we're doing this in a type of experiment. We're playing FIFA 16, the FUT Draft, and I'm just picking the very best players. I am not caring the position or the chemistry. As you see here, all the chemistry is around 2. I just picked the best players available, did not care about their positioning, did not care about their work rates. I just wanted to pick the best players and see if chemistry really is all that important, or if you're better off just picking the better players and making do with a low chemistry team. As you see here, I got Ronaldo, I got Mata, I got Sterling, a bunch of players, Neymar, a bunch of players that are really talented, probably not meant to be in this 4-2-3-1 formation with a bunch of center attacking mids. But that's what we want to test it. That's what we're going to find out. So here we go into our first game, and right off the bat, you're seeing this team's got full 100 chemistry. Definitely not as good players as my team, but they're still really solid in the chemistry. So it's going to be a big test for us. I get the first opportunity here. I get a shot in there, but unfortunately for me, I missed. Now, I do not know if that was because of chemistry or more just because I was not a good shot by me. It could have been both, but I get another opportunity a little bit later on, and you see here, he fouls me. Really nothing he could do about that. That's just a good, solid player making some moves inside that penalty zone. Guys, if you watch my videos, you know that you want to do some skill moves right there inside that penalty zone, because that is the best way to get past those center backs. That is the best way to get past those players when it's all clogged up in there in the middle. You do those moves, and a lot of times they're going to foul you, and it's really easy to get penalties in FIFA 16 compared to other and previous FIFAs. So make sure to take advantage. Once again, a little bit later, another skill move penalty. Super effective when you're running straight parallel to the goal. You want to do that roulette. I talked about it in detail in my roulette tutorial, but it's really a great skill move to do in there when you're running parallel with the goal. You're running straight at somebody. There's a Russian defender coming at you. You do this move, you're either going to be able to blow right by them or they're going to foul you. There's only one way to do it, and that's exactly what happens here, and I'm able to score a goal. And that is how this game ends, guys. I do win it 2-0. He does quit out like you see here, and I get the win. So that was the first game. I'm going to my second game. Again, another great team, 100 chemistry. He's got Neymar in there. Nothing too solid, nothing too great on those players, but he does have a solid team with good chemistry. I get the first opportunity here, and that's just good movement by my player. Really had no shot on goal, so I just took just a power shot and hope for the best, and luckily for me, the goalkeeper was unable to save that. That's really something that should be fixed, something that should have been saved, but it happens sometimes when you have those shots that you really don't have an angle. You should still try to take the shot, because you never know if the goalkeeper might mess up. But I do get another later example right here. Once again, nothing different in my attacking. My attacking is still extremely solid. I feel extremely comfortable with this team. Ronaldo is just a beast. I got the informed version of him, and he is just solid at shooting. He's solid at running. Everything he does was really solid. Once here, I get some nice little skill moves. I get lucky there. I get the ball back, but he does foul me once again, guys. I can't stress it enough. You've already seen 3 times here doing skill moves when you're inside that penalty box. So effective. So many times you'll get penalty called on you, and you'll be able to take these easy penalty shots. And of course, I usually take it to the top right, but it really depends on your strategy. There's a lot of different good effective ways to score penalties. A little bit later here, just a beautiful pass right there, just taking my time. And this is something that you shouldn't see. If chemistry really was that important as they want it to be, that many players making those greater runs, that is something that chemistry should, at least in the very least, held back. You shouldn't be able to be making all these great runs with your players, but it's happening. Anyways, here we go. One last game, guys, the third game here, and once again, he's got a great chemistry team, nothing too spectacular, but once again, I get a nice little shot there. I pass the ball to Ronaldo, and he's just such a beast. He out-muscles it and shoots it to the top corner, and I was able to score the first goal of this game. A little bit later, once again, look at that movement. Ronaldo, you would not know that he is playing out of position. He's playing the striker position, and he's just in perfect position there to take that lob through ball cross and be able to score the second goal of the game a little bit later. We're just going to keep going. So far, the offense has not been affected at all. Once again, a beautiful run, this time by Raheem Sterling. Just beautiful passing. Supposedly, chemistry really affects your runs, really affects your passing, but it was not showing here. It was not showing with this attack. And once again, another beautiful 1-2 pass and a beautiful goal there by Ronaldo, just blowing out the other team. So I have it at 4-0. And this game has just turned into a nice little blowout for us. We're winning 4-0. But here is where the problems begin with having a low chemistry team, and that is on defense. Many times, even though you guys didn't see them score many goals, there was a lot of times my players on defense were out of position. There was a lot of holes, there was a lot of gaps, and a lot of times I was able to come back and save it by doing some nice little slide tackle or just overplaying and expecting this thing to happen. So unfortunately for me, I do get kicked out. The EA servers kicked me out. It's been a while since EA servers kicked me out, but it happened at the worst time. Alright guys, so my overall take on chemistry is that chemistry is important, but it's really important for defense, not really for attacking. My attack was still extremely solid. If supposedly your players get slower, they lose some of their stats, I really couldn't tell, especially if you have these great players like a Ronaldo, inform Ronaldo, who's already so good. If you take off one pace or one shooting, you're barely going to be able to notice. Same thing with these really good players. So if you're playing a team on the attack and you prefer to have that Messi, that Ronaldo with Ibrahimovic, do it. It is well worth it. Even if they're down to even 4 chemistry, they're still going to be much better than having an okay Liga player. Now, on defense, though, it's a different story. You got to make sure that they have some pretty good chemistry links. You really don't want it to go under 6 because there's going to be a lot of open lanes. The defense is going to really not be able to play as well together, and there's going to be a lot of things that you're not going to be able to control, and they're going to score a lot more goals. So on defense, I recommend that you have high chemistry, and I think chemistry is quite important. In attacking, though, it did not show at all in any of these games, and in games I've played prior to this in Ultimate Team and stuff like that. They still make great runs. They still find the open players. They still take great shots. They're still quick. But on defense, they really leave those open spaces. So definitely chemistry matters on defense. Does not really matter on offense. Thank you guys so much for watching. Click on the left and you'll see my tutorials. I give out a whole bunch of different tutorials. I have already over like 20 tutorials. So make sure to check those out. And down below to subscribe. Thanks, guys.